How's everyone doing? Today I'm going to be doing a Blu-ray DVD update slash mail day slash vlog. This is supposedly the big day of the big storm, which didn't happen. Winter Storm Juno was supposed to hit us. They were talking like 20 inches, 30 inches, 40 inches, and we barely got, well, yesterday we got probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches here, and then today we got like, I don't know, like 4 or 5, so it was nowhere near as big as they were expecting. They were talking about it was going to be the biggest storm in recorded history and all this kind of stuff, just hyping people up, and the grocery stores were insane. But yeah, I wanted to show you a few movies that came recently that I didn't get a chance to show yet, and also I want to show this awesome shirt right here. I think I've shown it before, but I love the heck out of this shirt. Frank Henenlotter's basket case, love it. I need to get the sequel, so I have this on Blu-ray. But yeah, the sequels are good, cheesy fun. I just love this choice right here too for the shirt. I got it from Fright Rags. So there we go, and there is a stack of movies. And as always, if you've seen them, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. And I hope wherever you're at, you are warm and that you didn't get hit with a ton of snow. I know further up on the New England coast, you guys got hammered. You guys got a ton of snow. So hopefully you guys are good, you're warm, and your electricity's on. I've heard people have lost electricity. That's terrible. Stay warm. I hope you got a fireplace. But first off, I went to my local comedy club recently, and I went to see Rob Schneider there. He was here for 3 days at my local comedy club, and it's funny, I called up, I was like, all right, cool, can I get tickets? And I talked to the manager there, and he kind of knows me. We're kind of cool, but I didn't realize that we were that cool. We just became best friends because he actually wasn't there, and I said, okay, I gave my name, and they're like, all right, how many in your party? And then they set us on like way by the back, by the bathrooms. I'm like, can I get a better seat? And so they moved me a little bit closer, like in the middle area. I'm like, all right. And then I had 2 friends who were sitting up right in front, and they're like, Jay, come here, your table. I'm like, what? Apparently, he had the manager had reserved a table for me right in front of the stage. Like, here's my table, here's the stage, like directly in front. So that was pretty awesome. I had no idea. So I had to like work my way through and get it right there. And I went with a lady friend, and she did not want to sit up front because she was afraid of getting made fun of. We didn't get picked on. I have gotten picked on before going to comedy clubs and shows and things like that. I think it's fun, actually. I love it. You're a part of the act. I've been part of the act with many different people. JB Smoove like used me in a whole bunch of his act, and I thought that was awesome. We talked about it after the show, took pictures and kind of BS'd, and it was a fun memory. But Rob Schneider, I've never seen his stand-up. I like some of his movies and his SNL and all the different characters he's played and all the Adam Sandler movies. But I've never seen his stand-up, and his stand-up was way better than I was expecting. The guy that opened for him was Rob Ryan. He was pretty good too. So it was a good show all the way around. Rob Schneider, hilarious. I love how he used a lot of real-life things going on. And there's a lot of, dick and fart jokes and things like that. But there's also a lot of, he made a Bill Cosby joke, which I think caught the whole audience off guard. And he's like, you think that's bad? I know the guy. But yeah, so great show. And he was super nice. One of the nicer comedians slash celebrities that I've met. After the show, he stayed and took pictures with everybody there. I'd say it was about roughly 350 people. Super nice, took the time, and I think I was the only person there who brought something for him to sign. I brought 2 movies. First up, I'll go ahead and show you. I brought Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. I love the heck out of this movie. It's great, cheesy, comedic fun. I had a big poster of this up on my wall growing up as a kid. Easy Video, my local video store, they were, when they would have the new releases of the posters, and then afterwards they would take them down, and you could ask for them, and sometimes they'd give them to you. So I got this and I put it on my wall, and yeah, awesome. I modeled my life around it, basically. But he wrote, "To Jay, a good gigolo, love Rob Schneider." And I thought that was really cool that he added that inscription too. And he was like, now this is going to be worth money. And I think, he was joking when he said that, but I've had other comedians or celebrities say that too. And I think maybe they think a lot of people get the signatures to flip it on eBay. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. This is, for me, I'm going to keep this in my collection. And, I got it personalized as well. So when I get these things signed, I'm not going to flip them. They're for me. And I think he really appreciated that. He actually was genuinely excited that I brought movies and stuff for him to sign. I don't think anybody else did, like I said. I know my friend who went to the show before, he actually, he was Rob Schneider. They were making fun of him on South Park he brought a picture of him from South Park there. And I know Rob Schneider was selling mugs and hats from his character on there too in one of the episodes, but those sold out before I could get it. I actually waited to the end just because, you know, I didn't want to take up the time in the line for him to sign and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I did get a picture with him as well. I put up on my Facebook, my Instagram. I went through Twitter as well, through Instagram and Facebook. So if you're not following me on that, follow me on those links. I'll put them down below, especially Instagram. I've become addicted with that lately. I post what movies I'm watching, what movies I got in the mail, what I'm eating, you know, everything essentially on Instagram. I'm addicted. I'm about that gram life. But yeah, this was super cool. I like that he was excited about that too, that he saw that I brought that. So I brought Deuce Bigalow. And I told him too that I had that on a poster of that on my wall as a kid. And then Benchwarmers, which I thought was really funny as well, kind of underrated. I'm not a big fan of John Hader. I know everybody loved Napoleon Dynamite. I was not a fan of that movie at all. But this one I think is definitely an underrated one. And I like Reggie Jackson's in here too. A lot of recognizable people besides, you know, John Hader, David Spade, and I know Tim Meadows is in here, John Lovitz. John Lovitz was great in here. Craig Kilborn was the jerk. There's a couple other recognizable people. I'm trying to remember that one good comedian's name. I can't remember his name right now. Where is he? They don't have him on the back, I don't think. Yeah, Nick Swartzen. There you go. Nick Swartzen was in here too. Just a fun movie, and I like Rob Schneider's character in this one as well. Kind of inspirational comedy, if you will. So I decided, I was like, is that greedy bringing two to sign? But he was thrilled. I thought that was really cool. And like I said, really nice too. He took the time. I took a picture with him. He took a picture with everybody. And he was just a really nice guy. You got to talk to him for a little bit too. And, you know, not a lot of celebrities do that. And, you know, some celebrities, if they're selling something, they'll be like, hey, yeah, I'll take a picture with you if you buy this. But if not, but he wasn't like that at all. Next up is one I got a couple days ago, and it's Frankenstein vs. the Mummy from RLJ and Image Entertainment. Comes out February 10th, I believe, and it's from director Damien Leone, who also directed All Hallows Eve, a great low-budget horror anthology movie that I highly recommend. Love the heck out of that movie. Art the Clown is the creepiest clown in horror movie history, in my opinion. And this one right here was a great throwback. I really enjoyed it. I went in, I saw the trailer. Honestly, the trailer, I was like, I don't know about it. But I watched it, and I'm glad I kept an open mind. Some of the characters in here were awesome. The guy that plays Carter, the janitor, super creepy dude in this. And then the doctor, I think his name is like Boomer Tibbs, I think his name, his real name. He was really great in that role too, as one of the like professor doctors. And the guys that played the actual creatures, the mummy and the Frankenstein's monster, were great too. Yeah, and there was a quick sex scene done tastefully. I was like, darn, I wish it wasn't tasteful, because the lead chick is gorgeous in here as well. I really enjoyed it. There's a couple, I have like a little nitpicky things here and there. There's like a scene where they did a cut scene where like, they could have done something because there's a kill scene. I was like, and then they go to eating afterwards. I was like, they could have done something with like some blood colored thing. But, you know, little things like that I'm always thinking about. And it does run a tiny bit long, in my opinion. There's a couple dialogue-heavy scenes that could have been taken out. But overall, I thought this was actually a fun time, way better than I was expecting. And I think if you like a kind of throwback, practical effects over digital, I think you'll really appreciate it. And the monsters were creepy as heck. I think this is the creepiest Frankenstein's monster out there. And it also had the most gruesome kill from Frankenstein's monster, too. There's a kill in here that was freaking bananas. Love it. I give it a 7.5. I'm going to do a proper movie review for it coming up soon. So look forward to that. And next up is from Arrow Video, Thief, which this is an amazing edition. I have the Criterion as well, but this one has really nice newly commissioned artwork, and it's kind of embossed right there on the diamond. And great Michael Mann film. James Caan is excellent here. Tangerine Dream soundtrack, just excellent. And there's some new special features in here, which is the big selling point on here. The 2 cuts on here too. It's director's cut with a new 4K film transfer approved by Michael Mann. And let's see what else. This is limited to 3,000 copies too. And then you've got the regular theatrical cut, Blu-ray exclusive. And where is the new Stolen Dreams? There you go. Stolen Dreams is a new interview with James Caan, filmed exclusively for this release. And it's a really nice slipcover, slides right off. And I'm going to do a proper video for this because this deserves it. And again, they have the clear cases. I love Arrow Video. one of my favorite film distribution companies out there. I love the newly commissioned artwork they do. You can flip it over in the inside, and they have different artwork you can choose from, usually the older theatrical artwork. They've got a booklet in here, a bunch of special features, great transfer, the clear case. Everything about this is just awesome with their releases. They do a superb job. When you pick up an Arrow video release, you know you're getting the full package. And so I'll probably be doing a comparison video for this as well, comparing it to the Criterion edition. And then next up is Necromantic. This is from Cult Epics. This movie, I haven't seen it in years. It's gross, it's crazy. I still remember the rabbit scene, which I could have done without that. But I'm gonna do another review on this too. I know Arrow Video did a release for this too. I haven't checked that one out, but it looked pretty awesome. But Cult Epics releases a lot of really good, kind of lesser known cult films. The Glass Cage one, I can't remember the full name of it right now, but that was a really good one. But yeah, I'm gonna revisit this one. Next up from Cult Epics is Deathbed, The Bed That Eats. I have not seen this. It looks super ridiculously cheesy though. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Let me know if you have seen it. Lost horror film from the 70s, it says. And then Hysteria, this is the director's cut, which I'm not too familiar about as well. Looks like kind of like psychological horror. So there you go. And then I got 3 Steelbooks right here from Zavvi. First up is from an Arrow Video one, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Loved the heck out of this movie growing up. It's still one of my most rewatchable favorite horror movies. Love it so much. It actually freaked me out when I was a kid, but now I love the heck out of it, like I said before. I'm kind of looking forward to their new one coming out. I guess it's like a sequel. It's going to be in 3D as well. I know the Chiodo brothers are attached to it. And the guy that played the lead character in here, what's his name? Glenn Kramer, I want to say? Grant Kramer, my apologies. He's going to be in there as well. And this is just cheesy, campy horror awesomeness right here. I love this movie. I can't say enough great things about it. There's so many. I love the cotton candy scenes in there, kind of gross as well. Next up is one of my favorite vampire movies. It's 30 Days of Night. I've talked about this so many times on my channel. I love horror movies with a snowy setting. This is one of my all-time favorites. I don't know why they haven't utilized vampires in Alaska before this, you know, because there's 30 Days of Night. I know there's another film called Frostbitten, which is a foreign film. I can't remember if it's Swedish or Norwegian. Forgive me, but one of those, and that was a decent one. It wasn't great, but it utilized that kind of aspect to it as well. But not to the full effect that they could have. But 30 Days of Night is excellent. It's gritty. The vampires are really just nasty. I love Ben Foster in here as well. I love the ending. And like I said, I've talked about this so many times before. I love how the blood pops on the white snow. Just a really thrilling horror movie. Highly recommend the heck out of it. One of my favorite vampire movies now. And I love the Steelbook. I'm going to do proper Steelbook updates for these, going more in depth, or maybe unboxings. Now, it's funny though, that I got 2 of these that are damaged actually. I'm going to send them back. I kind of fixed this one right here. This one right here, this part came, it came and it was like off. And I think I'm still going to send it back because it might be loose or something. That part of the Steelbook, the back end, was like, when it came, it was completely like off the hinge. So, but go ahead and just show you the back right there too, which I love that artwork. And there is interior artwork as well, but I will show that more in another video. Well, I'll probably just do an unboxing video for it. And there's the back of the Killer Clowns one. And then last but not least is The Others, which I think is a fantastic ghost story, kind of an adaptation of Turn the Screw. Not a full adaptation. They use like kind of ideas and concept from it. This one actually came super damaged, the worst damaged Steelbook I've ever received. It was literally like bent in half. I bent it back in place, but you can see there's still like a dent right there. So I'm gonna be sending that back. I talked to them. It's kind of a pain to get stuff back to Zavvi. It was like several emails back and forth. They had to have pictures, and I'm cool with that. I wish it would be like Amazon though. They require you to send it back first, and then they will send you something. Amazon, if you have an issue, they'll send it out right away, and then you send it back. And if you don't send it back, they'll charge your card. And I wish Zavvi would do the same thing, because by the time I send these back, who knows, it could be out of print. They might not have anything left. But I love this movie. And the director Alejandro Amenabar has done a lot of great things as well. I really, Open Your Eyes, which was what Vanilla Sky was based on, I think was a great film, but not as great as Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky took those ideas and made a much bigger, complete world there. I think everything about Vanilla Sky was better. The directing, the cinematography, the roles were expanded, the score, the soundtrack, literally every aspect to me was better. But the original idea came from there. And Alejandro Amenabar, I want to see him direct more things as well. He's a fantastic director. I love this. Great ghost story, great performances, the twist. I mean, I saw the twist coming, but because I've also seen many movies like this, and I really love this style, but fantastic atmosphere in here as well. And I definitely want to get that Steelbook. And there's the back of it as well. You can see that dent again. But I want to get those in pristine condition because I'm a big fan of the movies. And so there we go. Those are all the movies that have come in the past few days. And I'll be doing proper updates once I've seen the ones that I haven't seen. And I'll do probably just unboxings of the Steelbooks where I show them more in depth. And I'll be doing a full movie review for Frankenstein vs. the Mummy. I think if you're a fan of old school horror and low budget horror, I think you'll appreciate it. I like that they use mostly practical effects in there. And Frankenstein's monster was super creepy, as was the Mummy. But there's such an awesome kill in there that I just love. Classic kill. The best, probably the most gruesome horror kill I've seen from Frankenstein's monster. And probably the creepiest Frankenstein's monster as well. And very happy to meet Rob Schneider. Super nice, great stand-up comedy. And I was really impressed with the whole experience of the show. And then him being so down-to-earth and nice and taking the time to take pictures with everybody. And then he signed as well for me. So really a great time for my local comedy club. They have a lot of great acts there. Stress Factory Comedy Club in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Shout out to them. And I'm going to go see John Leguizamo coming up on Thursday. So really looking forward to that as well. I'm going to bring Land of the Dead Steelbook and his new movie Fugly, which I'll be doing a full movie review for as well. Probably his most introspective role. Really enjoyed his performance in there. Really great dramatic comedy, rom-com kind of movie. But I was really impressed by that movie, and I haven't heard too many people talk about it, so I'll be doing a review for it. And we'll see if he'll sign that. And I've seen his stand-up before. He's hilarious, so looking forward to checking him out again. And there you go. If you see any of those movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. And hopefully you guys didn't get snowed in. The snow didn't turn out to be quite as bad as they were expecting. So all in all, it was a good time, and I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.